piece right here that's stuck. There we go. Alright, and going with the cotton swab here. And with our little mini brush here. Just gonna calm that here down. And then we're gonna move back over to the other side, and we're gonna do a little kind of spot. I'm gonna use the little tiny brushes on your ear here. Just because they feel nice. And you deserve to be pampered. Plus, they don't let me use these on patients. But it feels real nice, so.
Hey, Valerie.
But we definitely cut out that little bit of impaction. I'll go back in, take a little look. Take another look inside, see if we missed anything. Because you know me. Sometimes I just... Alright, back inside with the otoscope. So let's just take a whole little peek here. See what we got. A little bit left. Not a big deal, we'll get that.
Come relax with me for a little bit, Valerie, before you go off to sleep, okay? Come, stay on the stream, relax with me for a bit.
Windy tonight. You know what that means? That's just good.
Because I just got told affirmatively that my rehearsal tomorrow has been officially canceled. So I am home all day tomorrow, which I was actually expecting to be home all day tomorrow. So I'm very happy that I'm actually home tomorrow because my stomach started hurting earlier and pain hasn't let up yet. So I'm kind of grateful that rehearsal's canceled, to be honest with you. So I'm really I'm like, come on. I've lost 10 subscribers. Yeah, I'm cold too, but you know, that's why I have my sweatshirt on right now. I don't want to remove it unless I absolutely have to, but I'm using my heating pad on my stomach because this pain just will not let up. And on my other channel, I've lost 10 subscribers, which I think I actually lost 20, but that's alright. We'll get those ones back. It's alright. On my backup channel, no one wants to subscribe to me, which is fine. Because I know my backup channel is boring, but my other channel is banned at least for like the next 90 days. That's what I've been told, so I'm really hoping that they change their minds. But, oh yeah, today's Spicy Saturday. The jar pregging spicy review. Ooh, it's Spicy Saturday. I forgot about that. Do I dare? I don't know anything about Spicy Saturday, so I'll let his fans deal with that because I don't know anything about Spicy Saturday or what it contains. And I know it contains like spicy romance and a whole bunch of other things, but I've also watched doctors reacting to baseball injuries, rough soccer injuries, UFC injuries, football injuries, you name it. I've been watching a lot of that today and a lot of hockey injuries, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and lower my brightness because, gee whiz, my eyes are like straining.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a
system. Stay safe and stay warm, y'all. Circling back to the coastal plain where that winter storm warning continues for 15 hours and 53 minutes. We are still tracking.
I don't know why I'm losing subscribers. I shouldn't be.
Gusts.
And I'm trying to promote this channel, but no one seems to care. So I don't know. I'm trying my best to get subscribers, but no one really likes my videos right now, which I don't even know what to post nowadays because I'm running out of ideas. So that storm is not anywhere close, so I don't.
Hey, Alyssa. I saw you reacting to our old rap battles, and I had no idea you felt some type of way about them. Yeah,
You may be done,
but I have one more in me.
Alyssa's back, but not like before. She evolved. She doesn't do these silly raps anymore.
But reacting in that way,
I know that she needs war.
I know you miss those days of being
daddy's little whore.
Not sure why
There
there
is a disconnect. Thought we were on good terms, but I guess let me reflect. I had no bad blood, now you're coming for my neck.
Let's not
You
pretend you
can
didn't
then bring that back up for a check.
Think you're
Bring
above
on these battles, don't forget your past. Moving on is good, but you moved on too fast. A horse girl now, but you started with these raps.
Did you also leave behind kissing you, shaking your ass? Your history
History
with
with Wonka, you cannot undo.
We know that you lost, but you say that you withdrew. Don't dance around with lies that we know are never true. In simple terms of Maddie, you are Nia Sue. It's all good, babe, I'm just having some fun. I know the deal, but I suppose that we are done. Happy to report that in the end I actually won. Please meet your replacement, her name is Livy Dunn. You were a bad little nut after all. Yeah.
It's actually not grape juice. It's actually Diet Pepsi and a little bit of Sprite mixed together. I do have a little bit more of a Diet Pepsi right here, just in case, but you never know. You know, like I'm trying to help my stomach here a little bit. You know, like I don't get it right now. My stomach really hurts. But I'm trying not to let it. Oh, God, my stomach. I can't even breathe. God, it really hurts. God, these stomach cramps are awful.
We've reacted to all sorts of sports injuries, but hockey injuries, I know these are about to be tough. I'm excited to diagnose. Let's get started. Whoop.
Zach Cassian's pass now finally reaches Larson and short. Backhand centering pass. Cassian. Russell lets it go.
Oh,
You know what I always do as a doctor in these
Oh,
situations
my
is
God.
not only look at the player, I also look at the ice. Why? Because blood is very visible on the ice.
One timer right here by Russell.
Slow motion.
Net. And right there you can see.
Do they wear cups? I don't know enough about professional hockey. Do they wear cups? I mean, blunt force trauma of the scrotum like that can easily end up with the testicle ruptured. You get injury of the tunica albuginea. That requires ASAP surgery. Even if the testicle ruptures, as long as surgery is done properly and the repair is done within like 3 days, you have 90% chance of saving the testicle. Then there's some situations where the damage is so far gone that surgery can't help it. And in those instances, you may have to perform an orchiectomy where you remove the testicle in its entirety, which is usually okay because you could still be fertile with a single testicle and have enough testosterone production as well.
Check by Barrett. Puck forced along, but walked on by Malkin. Moves it and fires home.
Oh, did he get hit in the groin? Also, why is everyone getting hit in the groin?
Gregory Campbell dove in front of a 90-mile-an-hour shot by Evgeny Malkin. The puck snapped the smaller of the two bones in Campbell's lower leg.
He broke his fibula? The fibular head, there exists a condition called like a fibular head dysfunction where the fibula doesn't move in the correct pattern. That can cause significant pain. This guy completely broke it, and he's still skating around trying to prevent a power play goal. Oh.
We got a good look at Braden Shen's injury in the last shift. He comes in, he hits Zubers. It is the skate that comes up across the stomach.
That's a pretty mean scar. I mean, that's like... It looks pretty benign, I'm not gonna lie. But that could have been really bad, because if that went a little bit deeper, that cut, that could have been easily the colon. The large intestine sits right there in that pocket. Here, this looks like a scab. Like a mean scab, but a scab.
On March 11th, 2000, Leafs defenseman Brian Berard was accidentally clipped in the eye by the stick of Ottawa Senator Marian Hossa. Berard suffered a retinal tear and later a detached retina.
A detached retina is ocular surgery instantly. Some of the classic symptoms of retinal detachment is like a curtain falling over your vision. vision, so you cannot see. Floaters, flashing lights, etc. But this is a condition that warrants urgent evaluation.
In the 2001-2002 season, Berard returned to action with the New York Rangers and thankfully was able to play 6 more seasons in the NHL.
Speaking of the Rangers, my buddy Jacob Trouba, who is the captain of the Rangers, recently has an art exhibit that he invited me to, but I couldn't go because I was in the hospital. But we did hang out at New York Fashion Week.
I'm okay.
Picture here.
I think they're just cramps.
Oh, did he hit his head on the ice?
I caught him in the helmet.
Oh, is this a concussion? Oh, no. Oh, who does that? The temple is a really tough area because you have the semicircular canals right in the ear, and that's where your balance center is. Also, there's a little soft spot there as well that can really do some serious damage because the suture
like
lines
nausea,
are right
vomiting.
In a rare criminal conviction for sports violence, a Canadian court today found suspended professional hockey player Marty McSorley guilty of assault.
Wow, they charged him with assault? That's incredible. He was sentenced to 18 months probation.
Wow, really? I didn't know that. Okay, that's pretty cool.
First period, I'm coming around the net. Craig Ludwig slashes me in the thumb, breaks my thumb in 2 places. Split second later, literally no more than half a second later, Darian Hatcher comes flying, throws a high elbow, jumps into my head, and breaks my jaw in 4 places.
Oh my God, can you imagine breaking your hand and your jaw simultaneously? You need a hand specialist. You need a facial reconstruction specialist, like a maxillofacial physician.
My doctor came in and says, we can keep you here, you can get your jaw fixed here, or you can go back with your team and get it fixed. I flew home with no painkillers, couldn't drink, couldn't eat, spitting into a cup. I went through 2 cups of spitting blood because I was literally severed inside my mouth.
Why was it worth traveling with the team to not get that fixed? I don't get it. I want to celebrate people who are tough, but when you're just being macho to be macho and you're putting your health at risk, I got to point out the flaw in that mentality.
It is one of the greatest nights in Southern California hockey lore, and it's one he doesn't remember.
On his stick, he moves it.
Oh, that's a bad hit.
It looks so bad. When he was almost 1 minute, like he didn't move any. There's no movement. It was scary.
Yeah, in those situations, you want to keep them as immobile as possible in order to get their C-spine stabilized, to get them off the ice in a safe manner. You never know what is damaged surrounding the spinal cord. Sometimes unnecessary movement can do more harm than good and actually can end up paralyzing someone.
He's had cushion problems in the past.
I don't remember anything live.
I wouldn't have helped him off the ice. I would have gotten the backboard. That's just too strong of a hit.
When I saw that hit, I said, there's no way he can come back. These days standards, he would never come back and play again.
That's unnecessary. Again, that's that macho mentality that's going to cause someone to become permanently disabled or just miss a couple of games. Like, the risk is just not valuable. Remember, when you lose consciousness from a concussion, that means your brain's experiencing massive inflammation, massive damage, and it's in a vulnerable state. So to go out on the ice and risk getting a second concussion is putting yourself in a situation for permanent brain damage.
Steve, I just want to apologize for what happened out there. But I had no intention on hurting you. And I feel awful for what transpired.
Is that because he fell on him and his face hit the ground first? 3 fractured vertebrae in his neck with a grade 3 concussion, vertebral ligament damage, facial cuts. Wow, amnesia. There's just like a lot of neuro injury from a single accident. That's what happens when you get knocked out and then you start falling only to have someone land on top of you in the process.
What is your health like right now? I still have a bunch of things, but headaches and lower energy than I used to, and requiring more sleep, things like that.
I can't help it. It's a habit.
The most important thing
It's
that
a
I
bad
can't
habit,
do,
but I still
I
can't
don't know
kick
how
it.
they deal with these criminal situations, because like in hockey, isn't fighting celebrated and that's part of the sport? And then you hurt the person, is that considered a crime when that's part of the sport? That's like saying boxing, you punch the guy and then you're going to get arrested. I don't know, like it's tough to wrap my head around.
Incident occurred with 7.5 minutes to go in the first period. Yuri Fisher suddenly slumped over while he was on the bench. Immediately, the Wings began calling for medical aid. The fans and the players looked on, and Obvious grave concern as medical staff administered CPR and a defibrillator was brought onto the scene.
So if someone's heart stops, you can't feel a pulse, they're not breathing, they're unconscious, you start CPR, you get the defibrillator, you point for someone specific to call for help, and you
go
get
call
the
911 and come
medical
back,
aid,
okay?
because you
Might
need
need your
advanced
help.
cardiac life support, which requires medication.
And bring the AED with you if you can.
What happened basically is Fish was out in a shift. He came off. He was standing there with his teammates or sitting on the bench, and he had a seizure, and he fell forward and then ended up on his side. And right away, as soon as we got aware of what was going on, we got stopped, and we had medical help right away. They started doing CPR on him.
Not everyone who experiences a tonic-clonic seizure requires CPR. If they're actively having a seizure and their muscles are working, there could be a situation where they still have a pulse, but it may be difficult to feel in those situations.
But they hooked up the auto defibrillator is what it's called, and they shocked him. And, the heartbeat that leads to death, they got that stopped and going, and they continued with the CPR, and our medical staff obviously did a phenomenal job.
So when we put on the defibrillator on someone's chest, what it does is it analyzes the heart's rhythm to decide if it's a shockable rhythm or it's a non-shockable rhythm. Flatline means no shock advised, keep doing CPR, wait for medical help to arrive. If there are...
I mean, if it's flatline, that means they're dead. Bring them back.
Just trying to blast this into the net.
Oh.
I can feel that. Painful fractures, faces that
Wow.
will never be the same, and dare I say, a ruptured nether region. Holy cow. Today we're back at it reacting to all of the possible career-ending medical scenes and intense injuries from hockey. Let's dive right in.
Backhand centering pass. Cassian. Russell lets it go.
Oh. It's down.
That looks like it was Blake Wheeler who is hurt.
Right in the groin. My groin! Couple things to talk about. Do you wear a cup during these sports? I think a lot of people think professional soccer players wear a cup when they play soccer, but they don't. For all you hockey fanatics out there, do people typically wear a cup or not? Let me know in the comments.
He is unable to get up. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
Oh, a lot of pain.
Blast by Russell catches him and looks like in the hand.
I believe Mr. Wheeler ended up having a ruptured testicle. The testicle, you have two of them.
I've got two.
The structure around it can rupture open, called the tunica albuginea.
Timer right here by Russell. He's just trying to blast this into the net.
Oh, God.
I can feel that. The cup is hard piece of plastic, pretty much a polymer. You could potentially still break it with a hockey puck. What the heck do you do? Elevate it. The pressure of it just dangling there is going to cause more pain. You can put ice on the area, and if the pain is horrible, call 911 or get to the emergency department so we can take a look.
Wasn't a hit to Tavares, knocked down by Sherratt, and Tavares is hurt. He got hit right in the face by Perry, unintentional.
Oh.
But he fell down, and boy, he got hit really bad.
Down on the ground, almost looks like in a tense position. Somebody passes out, has a concussion, or has quick traumatic brain injury. You can have this like stagnant motion. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a seizure.
So John Tavares getting attention here, and so not the hit by Sherratt, but a chain reaction.
The trainer's actually doing a good job trying to stabilize his neck to get him to stand up or roll over and make sure his neck is okay. The issue is he had a concussive event to where he has no strength in his body. Oh,
Right to the head. Oh boy, that
he's out. What's the standard protocol? What do you do in these scenarios? Somebody's lost consciousness, has horrible headache, intractable vomiting, altered. You need to get to the hospital and get a picture of your brain to make sure you're okay. That amount of force can cause bleeding. You want to make sure that there's no swelling. Whoa. Hard to know what bone is broken in this scene. It's a rotatory injury, so there could be a spiral fracture of the tibia. There could be a mason root fracture of your fibula. There could be regular spiral fracture of the fibula as well.
Well, Orpik, you can see the head down quickly for Polak trying to get a rolling puck settled down. And as he caught back, right knee on right knee. And then when he landed,
He ended up having a fibular fracture. So you have the tibia and the fibula. The fibula is there for structural support versus the tibia is actually a weight-bearing support for the body.
Yeah, but you saw it on the one before. I just hate seeing these kind of plays as right there.
What a hit.
Snap, crackle, pop.
What a
I can
hit.
actually walk on a fibular fracture. It does hurt. Depending on who you are, depending on what you do for a living, sometimes these will be repaired and sometimes they're not. Depends where the fracture is. Sometimes you might need a small plate there. Out cold. Nose would be the most common area for blunt trauma to the face. You have a laceration to the bridge of the nose, have a crush injury to the nose itself, and then bleeding from the inside out, or you can have any type of laceration around the face.
The whistle goes, and Mike Yancey's going to scurry off the bench.
Oh, yellow blood. Take your gloves off and try to grab where it's bleeding. In this immediate moment, you probably don't know where it's coming from, and you're like, what the heck is happening? Versus somebody who can see your face. Oh, so accidental. That's like, that sucks because it's not just somebody's elbow. If you take the Olecranon onto somebody's face, it's going to hurt a lot. But you have a big elbow pads in hockey, so it's a big, hard surface as well.
Catch up to it. But the Zingle, he can really skate.
Oh, is that him screaming?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's screaming.
So the skate caught underneath him. That's a broken ankle.
This guy definitely had an ankle fracture, needed surgery. Don't know exactly what bones, but most likely it is the two bones that make up your ankle at the top, your tibia and your fibula. You have the talus that sits where the tibia sits on top of it, and then the calcaneus.
It's just wide off the stick of Shabbat, and he can't finish it.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. You see the blades or the face? Whether you're an athlete like these guys or just trying to get through your daily grind, you need the energy and focus to stay in the game. That's where Level Up by my company, Life Happens, comes into play here. Find Level Up at lifehappens.com or on Amazon. Oh, so a big accident, but oh wow. Look how close it is to his eye. Thank goodness he did not get it to his eye. It would have had loss of his eye potentially. As long as it's not too deep, it's not going to mess with your lacrimal duct. Oh, you see him go down.
He's down. This is going to be a problem.
The night I got injured, I pretty much remember everything.
Brian Berard is badly cut on a high stick by Marion Hossa.
He had a globe rupture and laceration as well as a retina detachment. Could have had a laceration around the soft tissue of the eye, which would cause some bleeding.
I knew I was in trouble. I knew it hit me right in the eye, and that's kind of where I kind of left off.
You can even tell there's a significant abnormality to his right eye. I wonder if there's any vision to that eye versus if it's just there from a structural standpoint, because it looks very much different.
I guess anxiety set in a little bit because I knew something was definitely wrong, and then I started, the eye wash in my eye. I could kind of see everyone else's faces and stuff, and then it kind of really set in, and I knew that my eye was, pretty much.
Say you have an isolated eyelid laceration. There's something called the tarsal plate. You need to make sure that that is perfect.
Perfect.
If it's not, it can cause an irregular border, which then can cause scarring of the cornea and make you go blind. Or your eye is always going to be dry because it doesn't allow the fluid to stay on the eye.
There's a hit by Jokinen on MacArthur. Oh boy, Sednik. Oh my goodness.
God, he's bleeding bad.
Richard Sednik is
Oh.
wide open. Oh my God.
This is a carotid artery laceration, able to hold onto the area, and you don't see a massive amount of blood dripping everywhere. Can you fix this? Yes.
Yes.
Get out.
This is ugly. Richard
Put
Sednik
pressure
is
directly
wide
on it.
open.
Okay. If it is a partial vascular surgeon, have this repaired.
Alright, I think I'm gonna get off for the night, guys. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow.